Hello, I hope that you are managing the heat today. Um, it looks like I'm in a sauna, but I'm not. It just feels like one. Anyway, I want to do a second video here on the immune system and diet. So following on from the first video that I did, I want to talk about solutions really and the importance of looking at our nutrition. And then there will be a further video which really talks about the research that's actually being done around certain essential nutrients that it's found are deficient in people who are suffering with viral issues and issues to do with the immune system. So our immune response is not the easiest thing to try and boost because it's a whole variety of different organs, different systems that link together to create the whole. And unfortunately, without a good immune system, however, a lot of our body functions don't work properly. The research that's being done is actually very little, which is surprising, I think, that nutrition is such an important part in every system in the body, and yet it's not really given the attention. So the little that there is has shown a few things. Generally, we have to think about our health as a holistic thing, which is the way that I've certainly tried to view things over the last few years while researching nutrition and its important role in our overall health. So some of the things that we need to think about is, if we can, trying not to smoke. Healthy diet, so that includes lots of the trace elements, things like selenium and manganese and magnesium, that sort of thing. Regular exercise is important. Maintaining a healthy body, should we say a healthy body composition, because I think if people look at their weight, and we often say, maintaining, a healthy body weight, but it's not just about the weight. It's about, how much body fat you're carrying, how much visceral fat you have, how much muscle mass, and so on. So it's not just about the weight, really. If you drink alcohol, then make sure it's like a moderate amount rather than, well, we all know how much we should have, don't we? I think 1 unit a day or something like that, I believe, is the recommended amount. Making sure that we get adequate sleep, that's really important. Minimizing stress, because it's recognized now the importance of that mind-body connection. That if you are stressed out, that's going to affect the mind. It releases chemicals from the brain that can then affect the body, and in subsequence to that, it affects our immune system. So that's really important too. And avoiding as many toxins as you can. So that might be, obviously in our current climate, it might be, trying to make sure that you wash your hands and so on more regularly perhaps than you did. But it involves things like when you're preparing meat for a meal, to make sure that you're washing your hands so that you're not picking up anything that's dangerous from the meat that you're preparing. So all of those things are very, very important. There's actually been no scientifically proven direct links between lifestyle and an enhanced immune function. However, what we do know is that a healthy lifestyle can help every part of your body function properly. All right, so every single function in the body, every single organ, if it's fed the right stuff, it's going to work properly. If you don't give it the right stuff, or if it's deficient in any way, then it's not going to work properly. And it's as simple as that. And I think particularly now, our immune function is something that we need to be looking at. And unfortunately, as I said in my previous video, no one seems to be looking at it. Certainly the government aren't. They're looking at other measures and ways that they can influence our immune function, for example, through antiviral therapies, through vaccines and so on. And I'm sure, I personally believe that there is a better way to do things. So the body continually generates immune cells. So what that means is if it's doing that and it's doing it in an optimal way, then we are giving it the nutrients that it needs to do it. However, if that's not happening, then our immune system is going to start to fail. So it's very, very important that we keep it topped up over a day, over a week, over a month. This is a long-term plan. It's not just something that you can do in a day. So it's really important that you've got to be consistent with whatever it is that you're doing to try and help your immune function. Now, as I said before, the older that you get, the more important it is that you are topping up on those important nutrients. And one thing that science has established is the fact that there's something called micronutrient deficiency. Now, this happens more and more as we get older. So that means that it becomes more and more important to maximize our use of things like, as I said, selenium, making sure that we've got enough vitamin C in our diet and so on, or supplementing. Now, very often our diet might be pretty good, but there may be things that we are still missing. And in the next video, I will explain how in certain parts of the world, the soil is actually deficient in some of those essential nutrients, those micronutrients that we all need. So it's really important that we actually supplement because we're not getting them in our food. All right, so there's three main things that have been found to be deficient in a lot of people, and as I say, especially as they get older, and that is zinc, selenium and vitamin C. So they're the ones that I think we really need to focus on, and there have been studies on all of those that show that they can alter the immune response. So extremely important. Anyway, so I hope that second video helps. There will be another one. I'm just going to cool off yet again because it is just so hot in the office today. But I do want to get all three videos out today so that you can perhaps view them together and hopefully make some informed choices about what you're actually doing with your own nutrition. Okay, so I hope that, as I say, you're surviving. There's very warm weather today in England, and I will speak with you again soon. You take care. Bye-bye.